Okay. What is up, you guys? My name is Cara Danielle, and welcome back to my channel. Yeah. So on today's video, we are discussing college. Specifically, I am discussing with you my top 3 college, my top 3 lessons I learned throughout my college experience. And so if you are a future college student, if you are in college at the moment, or if you just want to hear about a few lessons I learned in college, stay tuned to the video. Yeah, come on, let's go. Okay, so today's video is all about my top 3 lessons I learned throughout my college journey. So first things first, my name is Cara Danielle. If you are new to my channel, this is my space on YouTube where I share my stories, my experiences, and my thoughts through my journey of self-discovery. Just that simple. Now, back to the video. So today I wanted to discuss my college journey. So first and foremost, you're gonna say, Cara, college journey, how long have you been in college? Let's talk about my college journey, just to let you know how long this has been in college. I am 32 years old. I got my Bachelor's of Arts in Communication in 2007.
Cara Danielle Allen.
Almost 2 years later, I would turn around and get my master's in business administration, specifically specifying in leadership communication. And
that's it. That's all. It's above me now. Okay.
Now, 2 years after that, I am actively in my PhD program in psychology. So yes, I have been in school for quite some time, and I am still working on this journey. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, in this long process in my journey through college, I have learned 3 main things, and this also could definitely be switch into life lessons, but we're talking about college since it is back to school time, not only for your girl, but for a lot of people out there. So let's just get into it. Lesson number 1, utilize your resources. And I say that meaning go talk to your advisor. Go talk to, if you're about to be a college student, talk to your high school counselor about the colleges that you want to go to or apply to. If you are a now college student, go talk to your advisor. And I'm not talking about just the regular, appointment to say these are the classes I'm going to take. No, you need to have a one-on-one conversation about your goals, where you see yourself, the major that you're pursuing, and is this a right fit for you? Please go talk to someone who has been on this journey, because they can give you more of an insight, not only from a perspective of seeing you and how you're interacting with them on your goals and how they align with the classes or with your major, but they can also give you good tips and tricks as you go through your matriculation process. Utilizing your research. I say utilizing your resources because I utilized mine, and it changed the trajectory of my college career. So at the beginning, when I started my matriculation journey at CAU, I started as a business major, and everybody, I think at that time, was majoring in business. I mean, that was the thing. You need to major in business because that was going to give you the job that you wanted, blah blah blah. And so of course I listened. I majored in business. Now the thing about majoring in business, there are courses that I enjoy, but there are also courses that I didn't care for. So the courses that I enjoyed was marketing, creative, I think, marketing, business, technical writing, public speaking, interviewing. Those classes I did really, really well in. If you notice, they have an element of communication, which will suit us. Keep that little nugget because I'll talk about that in just a little minute. But then when you talk about financial accounting, when you talk about business decisions, when you talk about any type of like numbers, business, that type of deal, those classes I wouldn't even show up for. I probably would show up just like for the requirements so I can get my financial aid, but I wouldn't even show up for majority of the class, and I would either get a C, D, or fail because I just wasn't showing up to class. And so I go in, obviously now have failed several classes and or have a DC, and my GPA is not up to par. I go in to talk to my advisor, and we're sitting down talking about, just talking, really and truly, talking about my goals, talking about, the upcoming semester. And so he looks at me, he says, you know what, Car, I'm looking at your transcript, I'm talking to you, and I think you would benefit from changing your major from business to communication. I'm sorry, Subiskate. He tells me, you are a great communicator, and I notice the classes that you do well in and meeting you are classes with an element of communication, with an element of creativity. This is something that I think you'll be good at, and you should change your major. I didn't think twice about it. I changed my major. Best decision I would ever made, and I would also graduate within 2 years and go ahead and get my Bachelor's of Arts in 2017. And the caveat to that is I still wound up getting my business degree. And I would go on 2 years later and get my master's in business administration. So I say all of that to say, go talk to your advisor. Talk to someone who knows your situation. Talk to someone so they can see you, they can look at your goals, and they can help you further make decisions instead of having to bump your head and be on academic probation twice and possibly and also lose your financial aid for you to then say, maybe I need to change my major. You know what? Lessons learned. Moving on. Lesson number 2. So utilize the events that your school or your campus is having as it pertains to the specific classes that you have. And what I mean is, after changing my major, I had, of course, communication classes. So research classes, public speaking classes, interviewing classes, business technical writing, creative writing classes, all the classes. And so one of the classes I had was research. And so, of course, we had to create research, probably like 20 pages of research in a particular topic. And so at the time, though, the communication department was having a event called, it was called Calm Tank. And so it was modeled after Shark Tank. And so what was happening is people that have research, which most of those were juniors or seniors who had a research class, would take their research and present it in front of a room full of people, and then they would judge you and talk about your research, and then they would give you prizes. And I think the prize was Barnes & Noble gift cards. And so in class, that assignment, I had to present like 10 minutes. I would have to present my research for 10 minutes. And then if I did it at the Calm Tank, then I would only have to present it for 3 minutes. So you could assume that, all of the other research classes were doing this thing. So everybody went to the event just to try to say, look, I'm going to just present for 3 minutes and call it a day, right? And so the crazy part about it is so many people showed up to the event. They only had to choose 10. They only could choose 10 people because there was so many people. Unfortunately, when I tell you it was packed, it was like an auditorium. And so it was at least 65 people in the auditorium. And half of those people were students, and most of everybody else was like, communication professors or like the department itself. So obviously I'm thinking, okay, cool, I'm gonna put my name in the hat. I'm not even gonna get chosen. Guess who was number 5? Yeah. And the crazy part about it is my presentation didn't work, and I had to literally talk off the top of my head. I won the whole thing. And so I say utilizing your events because they are breadcrumbs to figuring out what you want to do. They could highlight some of your gifts that can turn into skills if you put the right amount of learning techniques behind it. So utilizing those events can give you a gateway of things that you would like to do. And it also will just give you a boost in confidence as you move through your college experience. I love the events and I love going to them and I love being a part of them because, again, it just continued to keep me motivated on my college journey. But more importantly, it also allowed me to still cultivate and create the gifts that I had and turn them into skills that I would now use later on, talking to a camera on YouTube. Anyway, moving on. Lesson number 3. This is pretty obvious. This is a life lesson that we all know, but failure is not the end all. Treat failure as a renewed sense of inspiration. I know failure could get you down, and failure where there's other people that are passing classes that are, inspired, motivated, and, get through school within 4 years. If it takes you 8 years to get your degree, if it takes you 10 years to get your degree, if you feel like this is the trajectory that you're on, if you feel like this is something that was promised to me, this is something that I want, please continue to go after it, because failure is more of a second wind. It's a second breath. It's a second chance at getting the thing that you feel so inspired to do. I am speaking from experience. Again, I was on financial probation. I was on financial probation where I lost my financial aid. I was on academic probation 3 times, to the point where, again, I lost my financial aid and I had to figure out how to pay for school. I got back up. I turned my college career, my college journey around to something that I love, to something that I'm so proud of. But that failure was a breath of fresh air. It allowed me to start over. It allowed me to get a second win. It allowed me to not only have this sense of motivation and inspiration, but it gave me a sense of perseverance. And also, failure is not, this is an honorable mention under failure. Failure is not a measurement of your intelligence. I want you to get that really down in your heart. Failure is not a measurement of your intelligence nor your worth. Anytime you fail a class, anytime the coursework may be a little tricky, or if you're just unmotivated, it is not a measurement of your worth, nor is it a measurement of your intelligence. That being said, I hope and I pray and I send love and positivity. My Care Bear Steer, my student Care Bear Steer, I send so much positivity and so much love to you on this process of getting your college degree. If you are a first-year student, if you are continuing, or if you're a 10-year student, I know I have faith in you. I'm so proud of you for continuing your journey. I'm so happy for you in this upcoming school semester. I hope you're wishing me positive vibes, because I'm wishing you positive vibes on your school journey. Anyway, if you like this video and you want to see more of me, more of my commentary, more of my thoughts, more of my experiences, go ahead and click the subscribe button somewhere, up, down, left, right, but subscribe. I know it's in the corner somewhere. Click the subscribe button and stay in tune with me. If you have any more tips, or you just want to share your stories of your college experience, go ahead and tell me in the comment sections. I will talk to you. I talk back. You understand me? I talk back. And if you like this video, like this video, and of course share with the peoples. Share with the peoples. That is it. That is all. I absolutely love you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.